Well, he's a school teacher, father, and president of the United Way here in Lloydminster. And in a few weeks, Brian Turman is hoping to add a city councillor to the list. Turman has been a border city resident for the past 2 years with his wife and 2 daughters, but he's no stranger to the area, having lived in North Battleford and Marwayne. He says he's always been interested in politics, and if he gets the job, he will fight for lower property taxes.
More fiscal responsibility needs to happen in our city. I think people are not happy with the value that they're getting for the dollar, and with our property taxes going up every year, I see that myself, and I'm not happy about that.
Turman also isn't happy with the lack of public transit services available to taxpayers, saying many new Canadians and college students residing in the city don't have vehicles to access amenities. If elected, he'd also push for better street maintenance in the summer and winter months. Well, Grace United Church celebrates more than half a century of musical excellence this evening with a retirement party for Gladys Jack. The long-beloved music director is stepping down after nearly 60 years to allow a new leader to guide the church's musical ministry. Josh Ryan with more on the legacy she leaves and what the future holds.
After guiding the music of Grace United Church for 6 decades, Gladys Jack has finally decided to step down.
I was beginning to think that yes, we need new blood and new people in here.
Gladys loves her job, but had known for a few years now that it was time, even back when construction work had begun.
But then the church took longer than we thought, so I just kept doing it because I knew it could be a problem getting somebody during that time.
Because she's been at the helm of Grace United's music for so long, the decision came as a bit of a shock to the congregation.
Nobody really ever expected this to happen, but I think it came as a bit of a shock when the first time she said it.
Gladys was self-taught, learning what she could through attending various workshops. Yet she was able to take each bit of knowledge and transform the church's music programs, such as Grace Choir and the Joy Singers, who toured the prairies in the 70s and 80s.
Really, Gladys has made music one of the cornerstones of how we live our faith, and everybody will remember her for that.
Not until the last few years did she finally feel the toll of long hours spent in a place she loved.
It wasn't a job. I loved coming here, and even when I was here by myself, it was always a wonderful feeling.
Between singing, line dancing, and other activities, Gladys plans to remain relatively busy, especially within her church body, whose admiration and respect she is forever grateful for.
To say thank you seems like hardly enough because I've enjoyed it so much.
Josh Ryan, Newcap News.
The ACAC basketball season tips off on October 14th, and while it's an exciting time for the players, not all of them will be hitting the court. Rustlers guard PJ Gardner had surgery on his neck over the summer after it was discovered he had a malignant tumor. The surgery went off without a hitch, but he can't train until November and will make his return to the lineup in January.
Last year I was going through pain, I don't know if you've seen, but I feel a lot better, just recovering. I try to sneak in a couple of jump shots here and there every now and then. But yeah, another month and I can start running, getting my cardio back and things like that.
A frustrating time, but one PJ tries to find the positives in.
Got to sit out, watch the first half, but it's good for me. Get to watch the game a little bit, aspects I don't see while I'm playing, so hopefully second semester I'll be back and ready.
PJ's interest is actually being a coach at some point. You know, he wants to switch from being a player to a coach when his playing days are over, and hopefully that's a while, you know. But yeah, I just want him to kind of learn and see our mistakes being on the sideline. You know, when you're on the sideline, the game slows down a little bit and you see the mistakes. My main focus with him is I just want him to heal, get back 100%, get back in playing shape, and see where things take us.
And the Lakeland Rustlers men's soccer team is enjoying their bye week after going unbeaten in 6 matches, sitting in a tie for first place in the South Division.
Yeah. Get him a ball. 4-2, 4-2. Ball's in. There's tons of room for growth, and that's really what we're focusing on is getting better within the next 3-4 weeks. So everyone deserves a break, and they are going to get theirs. They deserve it.
At 5-0-1, the Rustlers have now caught the attention of the nation, jumping to 7th in the CKSA rankings.
The group of guys we have here this year have been unreal. We keep moving forward each game, taking it one at a time, and it's been a solid year, and hopefully we keep progressing.
I would suggest this is probably the best team, a group that we've had. Goalkeeping has been adequate to good. Our center backs have been good. Our holding middle has been good. Central mids and strikers. It's all been. We're fairly balanced.
The Rustlers return to action on October 15th in Medicine Hat.
Here is Newcap weather.
Welcome back to the show, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the last little gasp of fall we've had as winter is finally upon us. You've heard about that snow down in Calgary and other areas of the province. Well, it's coming into Lloydminster in just a few short hours. You can see a lot of cloud cover over the last 12 hours. Now, as we move into our systems map here, you can see these low pressure systems moving along the coast. That's bringing in a lot of cloud cover. And then we've got another low pressure system just off the screen. That's going to come in off the northern side of the province, bringing in another number of snow clouds that could bring as much as 7 centimeters of snow over the next 2 days. Currently in the Battlefords, it's -2 degrees with east-southeast winds, over 20 kilometers per hour winds in that region. Then they should start to get some snow tonight with winds anywhere between 26 and 29 kilometers. So a lot of gusts there, could get above 30 kilometers potentially. And then winds out of the north on Sunday with a high of 2. Now looking at the Lakeland area, east-southeast winds of 18 kilometers per hour and a low of -2 overnight. Winds straight out of the east there. And like the Battlefords, they should start to get some snow with as many as 7 centimeters tomorrow afternoon. They'll also have a high of 2. And then here in the Midwest, currently 9 degrees. We'll get down to plus 1 overnight with winds coming out of the east. And then tomorrow afternoon we'll have a high of 2, and we should get at least 4 or 5 centimeters of snow as the wind hits us anywhere between 14 to 20 kilometers coming out of the north. And then as we get into the rest of the week, it's pretty even and consistent temperatures on the highs, a little bit colder on the lows. We'll get down to -8 on both Tuesday and Wednesday before things gradually warm up. -5 Thursday, -3 Friday and Saturday, though that'll also bring more snow, as many as 7 centimeters of snow on Friday afternoon as winds come out of the southeast. We start the winds in the week off at northwest on Monday, then west on Tuesday, graduating into that generally east direction and southeast direction for the rest of the week. The high on Monday afternoon, 1, 2 on Tuesday, 1 Wednesday, alternating all the way through the rest of the week to finish off on Saturday with a high of +2. Again, 3 to 7 centimeters of snow on Friday, at least 2 centimeters coming in Monday afternoon, and we could get a few tomorrow afternoon as well. And that has been your 7-day forecast.